You wouldn't believe the architectural wonders that some birds can build. Dive into a world where every twig matters, and some nests can withstand even hurricane winds. These aren't just birdhouses. They're true fortresses and palaces. These are stories about the creations of feathered geniuses. Sociable weavers, found in the Kalahari Desert region stretching across South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia, are famous for their impressive nests. These birds create huge, intricately designed communal dwellings that are considered the largest tree nests in the world. Instead of building individual shelters, they construct one large nest for the entire colony. At the same time, it can house over 100 individuals, and some nests are used for more than a century. The nest of sociable weavers resembles a beehive. Each cell or nesting space has a small entrance for individual birds. The diameter of these chambers ranges from 10 to 15 centimeters, and one nest can have between 5 to 100 of these spaces. These cells play a crucial role in the bird's survival in the harsh desert conditions. In winter, when the temperature drops sharply, the birds gather in the central, better insulated chambers that retain heat. In summer, they prefer the outer spaces, where it's cooler. Some nests are so large and heavy that they can weigh several tons, causing the trees they are built on to fall. The Cactus Ferruginous Pym is a small bird that inhabits desert environments in southern Arizona, the southwestern United States, and northwestern Mexico. It prefers to settle at elevations below 1,200 meters. This tiny owl can easily hide in your palm. Due to its small size, it is well adapted to life in the desert and uses cacti as nesting sites. Usually, the holes in the cacti are made in advance by woodpeckers searching for food, so the owl doesn't even have to exert itself. Cactus ferruginous pygmy owls are known to roost in ironwood, mesquite, acacia, saguaro, and organ pipe cacti. These birds are endangered due to habitat loss. The edible nest Swiftlet is an amazing creation of nature, found in Southeast Asia. These birds build their nests from hardened saliva. Their nests are usually white and have an opaque structure, with a diameter of about 6 centimeters. They are located in rocky caves near the shore. Edible nest swiftlets use a simple form of echolocation, like bats, to navigate dark caves, build nests, and find food. This is truly a unique phenomenon in the natural world. However, despite their uniqueness, these nests have become a popular Chinese delicacy. They are used to make birds' nest soup. As a result, there are serious concerns about their overharvesting. In response to this issue, birds' nest traders have started to farm and breed edible nest swiftlets in their homes. This allows them to select the best nests for sale. Since the risk of using home nests is much lower than collecting nests from caves, they are significantly cheaper. The little-known Malo bird is found exclusively on the island of Sulawesi and draws attention with its unusual breeding method. Instead of building a nest, this bird buries its eggs in the volcanic sand of the island, which is warmed by geothermal sources. The heat necessary for the development of the embryos is provided by the soil, not the bird's body. Moreover, immediately after hatching, the chicks break through the sand on their own, much like sea turtles, and they already know how to fly. Today, the population of the Malo is only about 10,000 individuals, and urgent conservation measures are needed to save this species. One of the reasons for the population decline is the hunting of Malo eggs by local residents, which are 5 times larger than chicken eggs and rich in protein. Bushtits, found in the western part of North America, are known for building unique hanging nests that resemble little pouches. The foundation of these structures consists of spider silk and moss, and the finished nest can hang up to a foot away from its attachment point. The process of building a nest takes a long time, sometimes a whole month or even longer. To achieve the desired hanging effect, adult birds sit inside the structure, weighing it down with their own weight. Then, the nest is insulated from the outside with materials like feathers, fur, and plant fibers, and camouflaged with pieces of vegetation. Before starting construction, a pair of Bushtit scouts suitable locations, draping spider silk over shrubs or other vegetation. The Biow Weaver, sometimes called the king of builder birds, demonstrates outstanding abilities in creating nests used not only for shelter but also for attracting mates. During the breeding season, females carefully examine each male's nest, choosing the ones they like best. Interestingly, studies have shown that the nest's construction is more important than its location. The nest is a unique sock-like shape with a central chamber and a vertical tube leading to a second entrance inside. The materials used for construction are long strips of rice leaves, grass, and palm fronds. The male makes up to 500 trips to gather all the necessary components. After collecting the materials, the meticulous work of creating the complex structure begins. Biow weavers inhabit the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, moving in large flocks and performing stunning aerial maneuvers. The black swift is one of the most mysterious birds in America. These feathered creatures prefer to build nests in hard-to-reach places, such as behind waterfalls. Because of this, not much information has been gathered about them. Recently, it was discovered that black swifts winter in river canyons in western Brazil. This place is located about 6,500 kilometers from their usual nesting sites in Colorado. Scientists have long suspected that these birds spend the winter in North America, but until now, they didn't know exactly where. Thanks to geolocators, this mystery has finally been solved. Bowerbird have rightfully gained fame for creating complex and striking nesting sites that attract potential mates. These structures not only impress with their architecture but are also adorned with various bright elements, such as flowers, shiny beetle shells, or berries. For example, the satin bowerbird prefers blue decor. The older the bird, the more blue accessories it adds to its structure. Among the decorations, you can find blueberries, bottle caps, flowers, and pieces of plastic. Building nests requires significant effort. However, according to research, 75% of females visit only one before mating. There are a total of 20 species of bowerbird belonging to 8 genera, each with its own idea of the perfect nest. Among others, the great bowerbird stands out, creating a double-walled structure resembling an avenue, decorated with white and green items, and the Vogelkopf bowerbird, whose nests are adorned with outfits in bright festive colors. The southern screamer is a bird that got its name from its loud and easily recognizable call. It can be heard from several kilometers away. These birds inhabit the southeast of Peru, northern Bolivia, Paraguay, southern Brazil, Uruguay, and northern Argentina. They prefer to settle in wetlands, flooded fields, meadows, swamps, lakes, and lagoons. Southern screamers build large nests on the ground made of reeds, weeds, sticks, and other materials. These nests are located near the nesting site, close to water, but they are hard to reach. Males and females, which usually form a pair for life, build the nest together. Sand martins are unusual and sociable little birds. They nest in colonies, with the number of pairs ranging from 10 to nearly 2,000. Swallows choose natural or artificial banks for nesting. The soil must be loose enough to dig burrows. These burrows are positioned perpendicular to the ground and are dug about 63.5 centimeters toward the bank after the work is completed. Nests are also built near large open water bodies to provide swallows with sufficient access to water, as a large part of their diet consists of insects gathered near the water. At the end of the dug burrow, a nesting chamber is constructed from mats of grass, roots, leaves, twigs, straw, and feathers. It is there that the female lays between 2 to 7 white eggs and incubates them. The breeding season for sand swallows lasts from April to August. The ruby-throated hummingbird is a small bird with very beautiful and delicate nests. The female builds the nest from small leaves and animal fur. She is willing to spend a lot of time making her home beautiful and cozy. The male also participates in the process. He keeps an eye on the surroundings and warns the female of danger. To make the nest warm and soft, the female collects animal fur for several days. Then she weaves it into a framework of leaves. This clever hummingbird camouflages her shelter from predators and protects it from the elements. The red ovenbird is the national symbol of Argentina, a bird found throughout South America. It builds multi-story nests from clay and twigs. These sturdy structures are designed to protect the birds from attacks by numerous predators. Even the jaws of large mammals sometimes struggle to crack such shells. Many birds end up in human ovens. But this roasted bird earned its name because the nests of some species resemble primitive pots with lids. The most characteristic nest of the red ovenbird is a thick, round, sturdy structure built by molding clay over about 6 weeks. Unlike most feathered creatures, the red ovenbird thrives in urban habitats and quickly adapts to human encroachment. These birds now prefer to use artificial structures to protect their young, freeing their sturdy nests for other species, such as saffron finches. The barn swallow got its nickname due to its habit of building nests under the roofs of human structures, such as barns, stables, and sheds. The roof of the building serves as both a roof and protection for the nest. The swallow builds its home from clumps of wet earth, which it collects from puddles and rolls into little balls. These clumps, shaped like her beak, are brought in the swallow's mouth and firmly glued to the wall. To bond the clumps, the swallow uses its own saliva. To strengthen the structure, it mixes the earth with straw, stems, and horsehair. The nests of urban swallows differ from those of barn swallows in their shape. The urban swallow builds a round nest with a circular entrance. An interesting case occurred in 2011 in the United Kingdom when, due to a dry spring, swallows found it difficult to build nests, threatening their reproduction. At that time, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds urged residents of the country to put out containers with liquid clay, which helped save the swallow population. The pendulum tits are amazing birds that can teach even the most experienced craftswomen the art of weaving. Their nests are true works of art. One species has a false entrance on top, while the real nest can be accessed through a sticky flap hidden underneath. Pendulum tit nests are skillfully woven from a mixture of animal wool, down, soft plants, and even spider silk. People have used them throughout history as bags in children's slippers. When titmice are not busy actively breeding in their hanging nests, they can often be seen sitting on small branches and eating their favorite food, wriggling insects. Many believe that a nest is a structure built in a tree, but that's not the case. For example, bush turkeys build huge nests on the ground. Some of them can reach 45 meters in diameter and 60 centimeters in height. The male bush turkey digs a huge pit and fills it with branches, leaves, and other organic material. After the female lays the eggs, the pair adds a thin layer of sand for insulation. As the organic matter decomposes underground, its heat warms the eggs. The only downside is that the chicks have to dig themselves out of these huge mounds after hatching from the eggs. It's a tough process that can take up to 15 hours. The nests of Montezuma or Apendulas resemble hanging fruits from a distance, which can mislead those who find themselves on a Caribbean island after a shipwreck and are feeling hungry. The breeding season for coastal trees, where these birds live, is adorned with numerous nests, from 30 to 40, although on larger trees, their number can exceed 100. Each nest is built by different females using sticks and twigs, but on one tree, there is only one dominant male who mates sequentially with each future mother. Females lay 2 eggs at a time, which hatch after 15 days, and the chicks leave the nest another 15 days later. Birds are natural architects. They create homes that, by all laws of physics, should collapse under the force of wind and bad weather, but instead, they withstand any trials, protecting their inhabitants from the scorching sun and rain. For some, these homes serve as both food and shelter. Friends, I want to make you an interesting offer. You have a unique opportunity to become part of our team. If you have video editing skills, can voice videos in Russian, English, and other languages, or write interesting scripts, we would be happy to work with you. Message our Telegram bot. The link is in the description. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.